Hi, I'm Dr. Tipiso Scott. I am a co-founder and managing director of a law firm called Tumbo Scott, based in Sandton. Well, in essence, I consider myself firstly a practical academic. I'm an academic at heart, and that's why I went to study on to complete my doctorate. And I enjoy learning, I enjoy imparting knowledge, I enjoy teaching, I enjoy education, and I'm quite passionate about that. But in addition to that, I have a very big passion for business and entrepreneurs, and that's why I am a co-founder of this company called Tumbo Scott, which seeks to really provide legal services to entrepreneurs who otherwise wouldn't have access to high quality and professional legal services. Well, I do this work because I have passion for it, firstly. There's a need in the market for highly qualified and highly skilled attorneys to make their services available to entrepreneurs. There's no doubt that having the correct legal advice definitely gives your company the edge. And we know this because we come from bigger law firms where we've seen big companies invest a lot of money in legal services, and that's why as you came in here, you saw big buildings like Weber Wenzel, and I'm sure as you drive throughout Sandton, you see other big law firms that have risen up and grown quite substantially because people know the value of legal services. And so I do this, and our company does this service because we realize what value it adds to a company to understand the commercial legal landscape in which you're navigating. Okay, so to own a 100% black female-owned company, firstly means that our culture is different, and I think any of our employees can attest to that. Our culture is different. We don't have a standard corporate culture. We care about our people, and we also care about our output to our clients. I think it also means that we make legal services more accessible to black youth entrepreneurs. They might find procuring legal services to be very intimidating. If they have to walk into a big commercial law firm, they would be wondering where to even start and whether they're even qualified to request those legal services because they're thinking of how much it will cost them. But we make those services available to these entrepreneurs. It also means representation on a macro level. So it shows younger lawyers, younger black aspiring female lawyers or law students that it's possible to create a segment in the market in which you can practice law. The law traditionally has been very white male dominant, and we're changing that as a law firm, and that's the type of impact we're having as well. Through Tumbo Scott, like I've probably overemphasized, want to make services accessible, high quality and professional services available and accessible to entrepreneurs. I think this is quite important because as a law firm, we've had quite substantial training from some of the top institutions in the country. So myself and my co-founder have worked at the Constitutional Court of South Africa as senior legal researchers. We've also worked at the top commercial law firms as candidate attorneys and then as associates. And it's being able to bring these skills that we've acquired back to service entrepreneurs and businesses that wouldn't otherwise have access to them. So that's the direct impact. I suppose for even smaller businesses, we still have a keen interest in small businesses as well. Although it might not be directly through fee-paying services, we have workshops that we take part in. We collaborate with people who have small businesses in their networks in order to make sure that even small businesses who wouldn't ordinarily be able to pay for legal services can still have a greater understanding of what legal landscape they're operating in. So basically, leaving people better than we found them, whether it's from a legal perspective or an empowerment perspective or whatever the case may be. I feel like the time frame can be a bit dangerous. It's good to have a plan. It's good to have a plan because it gives you direction as to where you want to go. I myself had a time frame for myself. I thought that I'd have my doctorate by 25, but I only got it at 28. But it didn't make it any less of an achievement just because I didn't receive it at my planned time of 2028. So I think insofar as time frames are concerned, people need to trust the process. There's a reason why you need to go through certain things and why things take a little longer sometimes. In terms of the funding element, I don't agree with it. I don't agree that you need to wait for funding. I want to refer to Vusi Tembagwayo,
Yes.
very well-renowned entrepreneur, self-made millionaire, and he makes the example of the selling of chickens and eggs. And he says if you want to sell chickens, you don't need to apply for funding for someone to give you money to set up a whole factory that has chickens growing there so that you can distribute the eggs. Start off by selling eggs. Start off by understanding the business. So start with the little that you have, and that will teach you and prune your entrepreneurship skills so that you can start something bigger. Ourselves, as Tumbo Squad, we didn't get funding to start, but we've had to make sacrifices to push the company in the right direction. I think what you actually need more than funding is a passion and a purpose for whatever it is that you're doing. So to the extent that you can, I think that everyone should seek to be a change maker, whether in whatever industry you're in. So if it's in a service like we're in, which is the legal services industry, change that industry, transform it to the extent that it's not transformed, and make the skills that you acquire accessible to other people. So be a change maker, have an impact, and be passionate about whatever it is.